Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's the Jerry Bishop's Live Show on Jersey Fresh TV, live from Bravery Studios here in Clifton, New Jersey. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you had a good weekend. I definitely had a great weekend. All-Star Weekend is always a blast. Just watching all of the festivities and, seeing the clips of the parties and the slam dunk contest, the three-point contest, and everything else that happens during that All-Star Weekend. And, you had the President's Day. You guys, your president, Donald Trump, if you want to celebrate him, you can, but I was still celebrating Obama. So it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, I had a great weekend. Spent some good quality time with the family, and we got to watch some good stuff on TV. We watched some the Alliance of American Football. I'll get into that, and got a chance to go out a little bit on Friday. Had a Valentine's Day dance with the church, so that was cool. But there's a lot that took place this weekend. In regards to sports and social media and everything else. We at my job we're still tripping out over this young man from Empire, and I know it's not a sports story, but golly, listen, we're gonna here on the Jerry Bishop's Live Show on Jersey Fresh TV here at Bravery Studios. We are gonna talk about some of the trending stories, from social media and the internet, and it just seems like every day this story in regards to this young man from Empire. I always have a problem pronouncing his last name. I think his name is Jesse Smollett or something like that. When I first heard the story, it was suspect from the very beginning, because I'm like, okay, well, why the heck was you out at 2:00 in the morning in Chicago trying to get a salad? You know what I mean? It's like, don't you have people for that? You know what I mean? Like, why would you be out? And then, when I heard that, he got hit in the face, and then he's like, and then I hit him back. You know what I mean? And, then I saw some footage of him calling himself the gay Tupac. And I'm like, dude, why all of that? And then, on Good Morning America, he was basically like, well, I'm not giving them my phone. And then, when he said he wasn't giving them the phone, I was like, okay, well, you know what? Some people wouldn't give up their phone. They got pictures and videos and all types of, contacts, Okay. But now the story's coming out, that one of his personal trainers and some dudes that was extras on the show are, they got proof. The Chicago Police Department has proof that they bought the rope that was put around this dude's neck. And it just gets crazier and crazier by the day. And, it's unfortunate, because you had a lot of people who were, kind of supporting this guy in his claims, the LGBTQ community, the Black Lives Matter community, the anti-MAGA community, and just so many people came to this guy's, defense. And if this story, which I'm thinking right now that, it's all gonna fall apart. It's just very unfortunate. I wouldn't be surprised if he starts making like the mental health claims or something like that, But neither here nor there. It's just unfortunate. Black History Month, we gotta be thinking about that. But anyways, like I said, All-Star Weekend was great. Got a chance to watch the slam dunk contest and see my man Dennis Smith Jr. represent. He didn't win, but he had a couple of impressive dunks. The young man that won, I'm not even going to attempt to try to say his name, but the kid got hops. He's from New York, from Left Rack City. So he definitely represented as well. He did he had a couple of impressive dunks, and it was cool. The young man from the Brooklyn Nets won the 3-point contest, and he just beat out Stephen Curry. So it was good to bring that home. Bring that home to Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Well, it's not. I never lived in Brooklyn, but bring it home to the tri-state area, because I definitely don't want anybody from Golden State winning any more hardware. So, bring it home to the tri-state area. It's a beautiful thing. Of course, Kevin Durant won the most valuable player of the All-Star game, which is, I thought one of the teams was going to score like 200 points. It was definitely no defense being played in that game, but there was some highlights of the game that I just wanted to keep watching over and over again, like a couple of the alley-oop dunks, especially the one that Steph Curry threw to the Greek Freak. That was crazy. Of course, the ones LeBron threw to Dwayne Wade, and the one Dwayne Wade threw to LeBron. It was like a throwback of the Miami Heat days. So that was pretty cool. It was pretty cool seeing that. It was pretty cool seeing that. By the way, this is Jerry Bishop's Live on Jersey Fresh TV here at Bravery Studios in Clifton, New Jersey. The number to call in is 862-621-9536. Once again, 862-621-9536. Just want to say that if you want to see the show live, you can actually click on the jerrybishops.com link or the jerseyfreshtv.com link, and it'll take you to our YouTube live page, and you can actually view the show there. You'll also be able to view the past shows there as well. We're trying something new with that. If it goes well, we'll keep it up. If it doesn't, then we'll just go ahead and do the Facebook Live thing. That's what we've done in the past, and we can do that. It's no problem. I'll see what you guys see what the feedback is. But again, the number is 862-621-9536. And there's a couple of things I want to touch on in regards to different sports stories. We got the AAF, Alliance of American Football. I watched a couple of the games this weekend. One of the games I watched with my man DJ Rick Shriver. What's up, Rick? And my man Walter. We were watching part of that game this weekend. Please don't ask me to say which team it was. All I remember is some pretty cool uniforms. And but one of the things that I was reading one of the things that I was reading today was that one of the investors from Dallas had to make a $250 million deposit to, it was what was owed to the league, as an investment. I guess it was late. Maybe he was on vacation. Maybe he wasn't able to get it in on time. I don't know. But I was told that they had to make that deposit to make payroll. Oh, we got a call on the line. Okay, we can bring him in. Hello, good evening. This is the Jerry Bishop's Live Show.
Hey, what's going on, brother? It's Face.
Hey, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Yourself?
All right. I want to thank you for calling the Jerry Bishop's Live Show. This is my man, Face Brown from New York City, Lehman alumni. How are you?
I'm doing it good. Yeah, you good. You got to tell us about these dances on Valentine's Day, man. What kind of dances you were doing?
Oh, man, listen.
We need some footage or something.
Listen. Well, listen. There is a little bit of footage out there. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it's at, but there is a little bit of footage out there. There's some folks out there who put it on Facebook. But yeah, man, I was just getting my two-step on. But let me just get into this a little bit.
Yeah.
The outfit that your man was wearing, okay? The outfit that your man was wearing on Friday night was just so good. My wife looked beautiful, of course. You know what I mean? So it's like, I try to keep up, you know what I mean? And try to, I try to match her swag when I can, and bro, I had on like, a nice gray suit, purple shirt, the tie had, a little purple, little other colors in it, purple suspenders, and the shoes, bro. Brought out the purple Gators, man. Let me tell you something. I brought out the purple Rains, baby. I brought out the purple Rains. And listen, man, I'm gonna tell you something, brother. I try to put it down whenever I can. You know what I mean? Like it runs in the family, so I gotta keep it up, So I was getting my two-step on, you know what I mean? Like it was a beautiful thing. The music was more like, some old school stuff, you know what I mean? But it was all good. It was all good. Had a great time. What about you, brother? Did you check any All-Star Weekend out?
To be honest with you, I can really care less about it now.
Yeah.
I grew up watching, Magic Johnson. I don't know if you can recall the whole HIV.
Oh yeah.
The announcement.
Oh yeah.
When he made his way back to the NBA.
Yes.
At the end of the game, where he took on MJ, Michael Jordan, 1-on-1.
Yes. Yes.
Without Isaiah Thomas.
Yes. Absolutely.
Those were like the golden ages.
Absolutely.
Of the NBA.
Yes.
But what we have today is, it's just a show. It's just a show, an offensive show.
Right.
I mean, we all know they do it for ratings. It's about Wall Street and Madison Avenue. So they feel like that's what the viewers want to see.
Right.
It stimulates the mind, and it just defense is boring.
Right.
But that wasn't competitive. That was just. I mean, you might as well have the Harlem Globetrotters out there.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you like the format that they're using now, whereas you have the two top vote getters from, the East and the West, who actually get an opportunity to pick their teams?
Well, I tell you, the format isn't bad. It's kind of like, old school schoolyard kind of
right
basketball. You choose a captain, you pick a team, and you try to pick all the best players before the other captain does, But so the format isn't bad. It's just, but you got to play some defense.
Right.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I mean, I know there's a few dunks and a few oohs and a few ahs.
Right.
The crowd go crazy. And people paying a lot of money for the ticket.
That's you're absolutely right. And you know what? With every league now, it just seems like the most important thing is offense. It's like they're changing the game so that more offense, can be produced. Whether it's football, making it easier for quarterbacks and, being able to put up more points, and whether it's baseball, just trying to speed up the game and hit more home runs. Basketball, I mean, it's about offense. There's no doubt about it. But let me ask you a question. What do you think about this idea? I don't know what the prize is for the winners of the All-Star game, whatever kind of bonus there is. But what if you doubled the amount of the bonus or the reward for the winner of the team? What if you double that money if you're able to keep the opponent under 100 points?
Well, I mean, that would be an interesting concept. I mean, but you're basically paying them to play defense now.
Yeah. They're already getting paid to play offense.
So, I mean, but basically, we're bribing our top highly paid players.
Right.
Because in All-Stars, I mean, they're already making a lot of money.
Yes.
Uh, so yeah, I mean, basically, it's basically like paying kids to bring in good grades now.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
know,
mean, listen, the top complaint, from the NBA All-Star game is basically that guys don't play defense. So
yeah,
this is a way to address that problem head on. Okay, you say, look, you keep the team under 100 points. Got a nice, nice bonus. Nice bonus. You're really gonna see, some guys, get put on lock. I mean, these are the best players in the world. It's
yeah.
not just about, we know they can score, but if there's an extra, some extra initiative, an extra challenge, keep these guys under 100. What do you think?
Well, like you said, these are the best players in the world, and I mean, it's not like they can't play defense. They could play defense if they wanted to.
Right.
But this is the system. The coaches don't want them to play defense. It's starting from college and probably all the way down to high school.
Uh-huh.
Where that's not where the money is. Dan Tony down in Houston, he'll tell you in a minute. Hey, just take the ball out and run up the court.
Right.
Don't worry about it. Keep the pace up. So, well, yeah, I mean, it's an interesting concept, and I mean, if one day you became the actual mission of the NBA,
Hey,
and it could be a spot opening up since the NFL is calling.
I heard
or calling for
that.
So,
That was
so you never know. I mean, position could open up.
that was some breaking news when I saw that. I believe it was on Friday. That the NFL had been contacting Adam Silver in regards to him taking over as commissioner of the NFL once his tenure was over. I said, wow, and it was probably, and the NFL their bankroll is so crazy. They probably would have. I couldn't even imagine the type of money that they would have tried to put on the table to entice him to walk away from the NBA.
Well, I mean, Goodell is not only made a lot of money for himself, but he's also made a lot of money for them as well.
Right.
Mine. So that's why he's known as an owner's coach.
Yeah.
Because of the money and the revenue that he has brought in from the owners.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely. Yeah, I just think that the touch that Adam Silver has, and how he's so relatable, makes him an attractive candidate to replace Goodell. But hey, brother, I definitely thank you for giving us a call. We always appreciate anybody that calls in, but I definitely appreciate you, brother, because you're an alumnus of the school.
Right. Boogie down Bronx.
Absolutely, brother. Well, we thank you again for calling in, Face Brown. You have a good evening, my brother. Thank you for calling in the Jerry Bishop's live show.
All right, thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right.
All right, that was my man, Face Brown. And like I said, you guys can feel free to call in, 862-621-9536. There's one thing that I want to touch on. Today we lost a pitcher who just was very important to the game of baseball. His name was Don Newcomb. He was born in Madison, New Jersey. Today he died at the age of 92. He was the first player in Major League Baseball to win Rookie of the Year, Most Valuable Player, and the Cy Young Award. He played with Jackie Robinson and Roy Campanella. He won the World Series in 1955. And I just want to send a rest in peace to him because, when you are linked to names like Roy Campanella and Jackie Robinson, you're saying something, So, again, he passed today, born in Madison, New Jersey, and the age of 92. I'm sure he lived a great life. Anytime you live that long, you're doing something right. So, rest in peace to that gentleman. We're going to take a short break here at Jerry Bishop's Live, Jersey Fresh TV at Bravery Studios. We'll be right back. Here at Bravery Studios out of Clifton, New Jersey. Well, once again, I want to thank my man Face Brown for calling in and discussing the NBA All-Star Weekend. Once again, that number is 862-621-9536. I think I touched on something there that may be a great idea, just to give these guys some incentive in regards to trying to play some defense. I mean, I know there is an audience out there that wants to see these teams score 200 points. See them just put up shots and throw alley-oops and throw up three-pointers. But the majority of the people that I speak to or, that I make contact with on social media, they say, I wish these guys would play some defense. So if that extra incentive is added where we say, listen, there's a bonus if you keep the team under 100 points, I think that you would really see guys actually get locked into the game from the very beginning. And not wait until, the game is somewhat on the line in the fourth quarter and, we're trying to, secure the win. Yeah, it's an exhibition. At the end of the day, you don't want anybody getting hurt. You don't want anybody playing too hard. But, I mean, it's still a game. And, there's still some bragging rights involved, and I would like to see some guys play some defense. I would like to see, uh, you know, LeBron and KD, lock up Curry and these other. I would like to see, the two sides, with the best players in the league, really get at it, and it be a dogfight. We'll see. Maybe somebody will listen to my suggestion and give me a little bit of credit for it. So in other sports news, you have the Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver Antonio Brown, who's basically saying that he is done with the Pittsburgh Steelers and he wants to be traded. He's still under contract, and I think the only leverage that he probably has is holding out and having the Pittsburgh Steelers force a trade. I know there's some teams out there that would love to have him on their team, and who could probably deal with his personality. I mean, from what you hear, he's kind of a diva, but they're the best wide receivers in the game. Most of them are kind of like divas. I mean, look at Odell Beckham. He's I believe the Giants are shopping a deal for him. I actually read somewhere where the Patriots were actually, had actually put a really nice package together for Odell Beckham, but the Giants were hesitant to actually trade him to the Patriots because they didn't want to deal with the negative feedback from their fan base had he went to the New England Patriots and won a Super Bowl. I really can't even tell you, how to handle the Odell Beckham situation and the Antonio Brown situation. I know with Antonio Brown, one of the things that he said was that yes, he wants out of Pittsburgh, but he said that he's not even trying to sign any type of new deal that doesn't include guaranteed money. Anybody that keeps up with the NFL knows that that guaranteed money situation is a very, very serious situation. Listen, Manny Machado I hope I said his name right, just signed a deal with the Padres today. 10 years, $300 million. Every dollar is guaranteed. Every single dollar is guaranteed. And he has an option after 5 years to opt out and see if there's a better deal on the table. But just think, $300 million guaranteed. And as NFL players, you're putting your body on the line, for how many weeks out of the year? The season's 18 games? And, you got the preseason and, the preseason workouts and everything like that. And it's a tough sport. And to know that, these guys can just cut you at any point. It's not an easy situation. You want to get that guaranteed money anytime you can, and not, to not just be a quarterback, to, any player, whether you be a wide receiver or a center or a running back, you want the guaranteed money. You want the guaranteed money. So, with that being said, I hope that Antonio Brown ends up with the Jets. That would be great. We'll take any, Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown, any of you guys that the Steelers are willing to part with. We will gladly sign them, but my thinking is that they don't want to see these guys end up in the AFC. They don't want to see these guys end up in the AFC. So But like I said, I'd love to have either one of those guys. I think we have a better shot at probably getting like Le'Veon Bell, But the Giants, you guys, you went through this whole thing with Odell Beckham this summer, and should we give him a new deal? Should we not? Should we let him go? I mean, just crazy, But and I think now that like I said, they're shopping him, and I was just listening to some of my Giants fans friends, and the real issue is the quarterback. I feel like Eli should probably stay one more year just to kind of groom the next guy, but you got to bring the next guy in. You got to bring somebody in that you're comfortable with, who's going to learn from Eli, and just be ready to step in. You can't let Eli play a whole nother season and your quarterback not get any snaps. In a real live game situation. Make Odell happy. You gave him the contract, but I'm sure there's some other issues. Odell gets hurt a little bit, but I think he's still a pretty durable player. I know a couple of folks that said that it was good for him to shut it down because there was no chance for them to really make the playoffs. So why risk having him out there to get hurt? But you're paying that much money to go see these guys play. You want to see the star players on the field. But I guess anybody that knows anything about football, at that point they was just like, well, guys, just lose, just lose, so that you can improve your chances of getting the quarterback that you need in the draft. Well, we'll see what happens. There's a couple of guys out there. Speaking of quarterbacks, Colin Kaepernick. That's an interesting story. Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed actually settled with the NFL in their collusion case. And although they said that there was not enough evidence to prove that there was collusion, the NFL just did not want to risk any more embarrassment. The NFL is all about their image, supposedly. And they just didn't want to risk any more negative attention on this issue. So both sides came to the table and decided to settle. And Colin Kaepernick and Eric Reed were basically compensated. And the numbers were not released. I don't know if we'll ever hear what the numbers of the settlement were. But now there's even teams that are, expressing interest in bringing Colin Kaepernick in. I hear the Carolina Panthers are one of those teams. I hear the New England Patriots are rumored to be one of those teams. I would actually love to see Colin Kaepernick suit up again. If I was Colin Kaepernick, would I suit up again? No. Depending upon how much the settlement was. If the settlement was anything north of $25, $30 million, no, I would not put on another NFL jersey. I just would not. But anything less than that, yeah, I would definitely consider it, especially in a situation whereas, you have a star quarterback already on the team, and I could just come in and, provide some backup, just some insurance in case one of the players goes down. But I would, I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like I said, if it was anything north of 20, I would definitely support him and saying, listen, just continue to do your community work, and, continue to just, make your presence felt, in regards to, speaking up about like social issues. But if you want to throw the jersey back on and throw the helmet back on, I don't blame you. But what I'd like to know is for those of us who were boycotting the NFL, and you guys can call in at 862-621-9536, 862-621-9536. For those of us who were boycotting the NFL, watching the NFL games, how do you feel now that he was that the case is settled? Are you going to watch now? I stopped watching, but I started watching again once he was named the spokesperson for Nike. I felt comfortable. Okay, I said, listen, this guy is, he's on payroll now. He's making some money. In my heart, I felt comfortable watching the NFL again. So I watched a couple of games. I didn't watch, a lot of games, but I watched a couple of games, after that point. But the first season, I definitely didn't watch any games. And prior to the Nike campaign featuring Colin Kaepernick, I hadn't watched any NFL games. But I heard some talk out there about him selling out, still not watching, and by all means, excuse me, by all means, you don't have to watch. It's your choice, but I don't think that people have a right to call him a sellout. I mean, he knelt during the national anthem because he wanted to bring some attention to police brutality, and he did. Now, the narrative was, thrown all over the place, but this is what he felt that he wanted to do to bring some attention to the issue, and he did. The cause, some of the ramifications of that was that, no NFL team wanted to sign him. And it seemed like there was some sort of plot by the owners of the league saying that, they were not going to sign him for that reason. Somehow, some way, they were able to prove that this was true. And it was unfair, to decide that you're not going to sign him and to prevent him from being able to earn a living. He broke no law. So why not sign him? So it's not selling out by accepting the settlement. You have the option. You can continue to go to trial or go to court or work things out through some type of arbitrator or something of that nature, or you have the option to settle. And to me personally, I think it's an admission of guilt by the NFL, saying yes, we were wrong. So cut that check to Colin Kaepernick and to Eric Reed, and that's exactly what they did. So I'm looking forward to seeing where this story goes from here. What's next for Mr. Colin Kaepernick? I believe we have a caller on the line. This is the Jerry Bishop's live show. Who's on the line?
This is your boy Trev, man. You're talking about a subject I'd like to talk about. What's going on with you, brother?
Is this my man Trev Silver?
Yes, it is.
My brother. How are you, sir?
I'm excellent, man. I can't complain. Life is good.
Yes, sir. And the family's great?
Yeah, everybody is good, man. I'm blessed.
Awesome, brother. Awesome. I gotta get you in here one day, right?
Hey, you know me, man.
Yes, sir.
I like to talk mess all day long about this subject, bro.
Absolutely. So which one of these topics are we gonna hit on? We're gonna get on a couple topics before I get you off the line, but which?
Yeah, but I gotta hit on the Kaepernick thing,
Okay.
Because it's a W. I think it's a win for him, but it was rather anticlimactic for us.
Okay. because of the manner in which it happened.
Yeah, the manner in which it happened.
You know, it's no mistake that it happened during All-Star Weekend, right?
Right. No. Oh, not at all. Not at all. You know, it's no mistake about that. But I think I could tell you what is bad about it is for all of the people that supported him.
Okay.
You can't find closure in. Oh, they made a settlement and they got a gag order, you know, a confidentiality clause, and that's it. It's over.
Okay.
You know, so I like I said, I think it's a win, but it's very anticlimactic in the point that we don't know what the details are. We don't know, you know, you were supporting them, but you don't know exactly what the outcome was. It's like watching a movie and not knowing the real ending.
Okay.
You just know the movie ended.
Now you bring up a great point, and what I was feeling was that the way that he can control the whole ending is basically by his actions. You know, what he decides to do. You know, if he goes away and we don't hear from him again, then yeah, we're kind of left like, well, what the heck happened? But if he continues to do the work that he's doing, you know, he continues to make public appearances and, you know, continues to do different work in the community, whether he decides to play football again or not, I still feel like, you know, it was a win-win situation in regards, you know, for us as a community looking at him as someone, you know, who just kind of put it all on the line. And him also, you know, getting cut a check too. Now, I heard at one point that it was north of like $50 million.
Yeah, and then now today I read something that says it's not. They don't believe that it's what what the first reports were.
Right.
I was reading 60 to 80 on day one.
Me too. Now, let me ask you a question. 60 to 80. Are you putting the helmet on again?
No question. I'm putting the helmet on again if I love it.
Okay.
The money is not the thing.
Right.
If you love it, why not?
Right. I'm just saying.
Why not?
Right. I'm just saying, like, you know, 2 years off from the game. And you know, I kind of kept up with him on social media, and I saw that he was working out. You know, I guess it depends on the situation. You know, like, if New England calls, and I heard they were in the mix. I heard Carolina is in the mix. The right situation, I definitely consider it. You know, but, you know, $60 million. You know, you a financial man. You pay taxes on that settlement.
It depends on what kind of damages it were. That's why you need to know the detail. You know, it depends on what the damages were, because you got punitive damages. You
right.
have pain. You got pain and suffering.
Okay.
You got different. So certain damages don't pay taxes, and certain damages do.
Right.
So we don't know the details.
The NFL is not letting none of that out.
The devil's in the details, because I tell you what's a real win is for them to come out. They must have gave them a lot of money, because I would have told them, look, you can give me whatever you want to give me. You need to come out and say that yes, you were wrong. There were some aspects that were wrong. And, you know, we're settling and we're moving on from here, but not even none of that.
Right. So
nobody admits no admission of guilt.
So that hush money is serious.
No doubt. Yeah, that signature was dumb crazy when he got to that joint. That signature was crazy. It was that signature. He was looking at a lot of zeros.
Yeah,
you know what the smoking gun was? The smoking gun was the survey.
Oh.
The smoking gun was the survey. You know, they did a independent, quote unquote, company. An independent company did a focus group and a survey. And the only player they asked about in this whole NFL survey was Colin Kaepernick. They singled him out.
Wow.
And that was the smoking gun. That was I think that's when the discussion of the settlement started. That was in early in the winter, late in the fall, you know.
Okay. Now, I also remember there was some audio that was put out from a meeting that took place as well.
Mm-hmm.
And when they were basically saying, that they wasn't going to sign him or something like that. And the thing about it was, I don't even think, I think somebody had kind of snuck and took the audio or whatever. But
yeah, and I think that's what really started with the reason why the case was so strong from the beginning, and he really started it.
Right. Right. Well, listen, I wish him the best. I wish him the best, and for him and his family, and
no question about it.
I would love to see what he's going to do from here.
Yeah,
I would love to see what he's going to do from here.
I'd love to see him get on the team and win and really win games.
Well, then
what I would love to see.
In regards to if he's definitely going to get on the team and win, he would have to come to the Jets. But we're not really looking for another quarterback at this point.
Listen. The best thing the Jets could do right now is go and beg Le'Veon Bell,
right.
And beg Antonio, and beg the Steelers for Antonio Brown, and hope for the best.
I hope that we have enough to offer the Pittsburgh Steelers. Because the Le'Veon Bell situation is not a trade situation. Is that a trade situation as well, or is he a free agent?
Who, Le'Veon?
Yeah.
No, so he's not quite a free agent because they could franchise tag him again.
Oh my God.
They could, yeah. So that's why the sit out was a little bit on the, I would say, I'm gonna say not so smart side. Because they still control right, and they actually could put a tag on him again. Right, and then they could do, because I think they did franchise tag is 2 years, so this would be the second year. But then, so now this year it's another type of tag that they could put on him to make it hard for him to get away. It's not a franchise tag; it's some other tag that they could put on him. Right. He still don't hold all of the cards.
Now I think that the Antonio Brown situation may get done before that
trade.
Yeah, because I read that if they do not trade him by March 17th, that they owe him
a $2.5 million kick.
Right.
Yeah, and they'll get it. They say they're gonna take their time, but we'll see.
I just want to see what they get for him. I just want to see what they get for him. He said he wants guaranteed money. He said he's not re-signing nowhere if he doesn't get any guaranteed money.
Right. So what you could do is you have the right his deal is not guaranteed now, but when he gets traded, you have the right to renegotiate.
Right.
So, but the whoever he gets traded to still holds the cards. They don't have to renegotiate, and then if they don't renegotiate, he can hold out. Right. And they could go through the whole BS again.
Yeah, that's crazy. The whole salary situation in NFL needs to be restructured.
Well, that's on the players, That's what they agreed to. So I don't. All I can tell you is the way that the NBA did it. They split up, and it's like, we're not agreeing to this. We're going to agree to more even terms.
Yes.
So the NBA's elite, they have their path, where that they can control their path, I should say.
Okay.
The NFL elite can't control their path.
It's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate.
It's very, very unfortunate, especially when you literally put your life on the line every day.
Literally. Every day. And the thing about it is, like, you hear guys like busting their knee up before the season even starts.
Yeah, all the time. That's it. It's a violent game.
Without a doubt. I bought something. This is the Jerry Bishop's live show on Jersey Fresh TV here at Bravery Studios. I got my man T. Silva on the line. I brought up something earlier during the show, and I felt like it might have been a good fix for the NBA All-Star game, because I've been hearing a lot of complaints, and this is the past couple of years, about this, no defense being played.
I heard it.
Right. So the incentive to keep the team below 100 points or below 110. How do you feel about that?
I'll put it this way: what they get, and you could Google it. What they get, even if you double it, it's not even their vacation money.
Oof. Yeah, we got guys making $30 million a year.
So, but I'm just saying. So if they each clear a couple $100,000, and then you say you're gonna double it, and you're gonna each give, let's just say for argument's sake, you're gonna give each person $400,000 if they hold them under 130 points or whatever a decent NBA game is.
Right.
Right. Because that gives them an incentive to go out there and go their hardest and play their hardest defense and get hurt. Because this is what it's all about. You got to remember that they're in that game. The reason why they score so many points is because everybody's trying to stay safe.
Right.
So all of those, you don't notice that nobody ever challenges a dunk in the All-Star game. Even at the end of the game, they challenge you defensively, but if you could get to the rack, they're gonna let you go.
Right.
Nobody. These guys, you got to remember, their livelihood is not the All-Star game. Their livelihood is playing in those regular season games. Those are game checks.
Right.
Their game check is bigger than that guys, bonus, especially All-Stars, than doubling that bonus.
Right. Right.
So there's no incentive. You can't incentivize them unless you start bringing that money into the millions, and they're not doing that. The All-Star Weekend is for the fans to enjoy. Let them guys run up and down, throw alley-oops to each other, and let the kids ooh and ah. And let them enjoy. The All-Star game is what it is. You're not going to get more than that ever.
But you know that it's still corporate, right? So
yeah, of course.
We can get 2 or 3 sponsors to put up $15 million and say, listen, whoever keeps the team under 110 points, you get the pot.
Right.
I mean,
right. I feel you, but you got to get a realistic number.
Yeah.
Because today's game, even in a regular game, you're going up to Philly scored 142 the other night on the regular and within regulation time.
How crazy is that? How crazy is that? Do you have them coming out the East, by the way?
I'll put it to you this way: if they get any help off the bench, yes.
Okay.
And that's because of the recent transaction.
Uh-huh.
For the oh my God, I can't get his name out my mouth now.
What?
Not Butler. The other kid that just came.
Torius. I forget his name. Yeah, I know from the Clippers.
So from the Clippers. So
yes.
So with that, I put that 5 up against any 5 in the league right this moment.
I was telling somebody that the other day, man. Them boys are dogs, man. They get at it.
They don't have no bench. They just don't have no bench.
Get at
they
it.
have no bench. They have no bench. No bench whatsoever.
Now, with Marc Gasol going to Toronto, do you feel like they could give Philadelphia a run for their money in the East?
There's no question. I think that it's a 3-team race.
Right.
With the Celtics looking outside right this moment because of the way they're playing.
Uh-huh.
That's my opinion.
Okay, now, when you say looking on the outside as the 3rd team or looking on the outside at 3 other teams?
I think I would put them as 3.
Okay. So you're saying Philly, you're saying Toronto, and you're saying Boston. So Milwaukee, you don't think they're going to make any noise postseason?
I think Milwaukee is a fantastic regular season team.
Okay.
I put them. You put them in the second round of the playoffs.
Okay.
Against one of those 2 teams. Because I'll tell you this: Giannis has to show me a 7-game series before I believe in him.
Right.
That's just the NBA though. Like that's just the league. Like he's a dog. But
right.
Show me 7 games when the team know you can't shoot.
Listen. You ain't got no jump shot, man. The playoffs is a different animal.
Yeah, when you can't get to the basket, what are you gonna do?
Right. And then you're playing the same team 4, 5, 6, 7 times. The adjustments will be made. The adjustments will be made, but I don't want to hear nothing about you taking over no throne or this and that until you can consistently hit a jump shot.
Exactly. And I like him. I love his game.
Right.
I love his game. He just needs to be able to shoot. Once he's able to shoot, then to me, once he's able to shoot, him and Anthony Davis are even.
Okay, I get it.
You feel me?
I get it. And not to change the subject too much, but this Zion kid, I mean, I watch him play, and I know my Knicks fans are gonna kill me for this, but I would take the Andre Barry kid first.
No.
I would. His game is more complete in terms of. I just feel like, I mean, this kid Zion, he's a beast. But will he be able to do that? Will he be able to do that on the next level?
I'm gonna just tell you this.
Okay, I'm here.
I'm gonna tell you this. Remember what you're talking. You're talking about the NBA.
Right.
You're talking about pro sports.
Right.
Listen. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna say.
I got my man T Silver on the line. It's Jerry Bishop's Live. He's getting ready. He's going to give me a hot take.
Don't. That's because everybody stop thinking about the basketball side on the court side of this thing.
Okay.
This dude has a cult-like following right now. He will have the #1 selling jersey the day after the draft. Mark my words.
Okay. You think the fix is in?
It's not even a fix. I don't know if the fix is in, but wherever he goes, he's gonna have the #1 selling jersey the day after the draft. The fix is in. He's got a cult-like following.
Yeah, even the pros is following this dude.
This is exactly. This is a business. We're talking business, man.
Right. Right.
I'm not talking about on the court. He's extremely explosive on the court.
Yes.
One thing that he does that Andre Barry couldn't come close to.
Okay.
He blocks shots.
Right.
He blocks shots and he rebounds.
There's a title. There's a phrase that somebody I love listening to. He says he's box office.
Yeah,
you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
He's box office.
Sir.
So
why do you tune into Duke games because of Zion or because of Barry?
That's
Keep
right.
it 100.
That's
so
true.
Talk about TV viewers selling jerseys,
Yes,
selling out arenas, people coming to see him play. Now, if you were in 2 years ago in Vegas. No, it was summer before last in Vegas when his team was playing against LaMelo Ball's team. They bum rushed the gates. They sold out a college arena and bum rushed the gates to get in to see the kid play.
He's an unbelievable talent. He's an unbelievable talent.
He's an unbelievable talent, but I'm talking about the business side of him off the court.
Right.
That's why he's #1. That puts him over the top of Barry.
Right. Okay, so let me ask you this question.
Mm-hmm.
If you're the New York Knicks and you've secured that #1 pick in the draft, you know that the New Orleans Pelicans will accept that #1 pick in a trade for Anthony Davis. Do you make that trade?
Depends on who's coming.
Okay, so it can't be.
If I don't know, I'll put it this way. The Knicks know something we don't know. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I know, bro. I know.
And I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I know, but I'm not gonna tell you on the air because it ain't gonna be me to put it out there.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I'm gonna ask you a question.
But I'm gonna text it to you. I'm not gonna tell you.
But is he too sensitive? Is he too sensitive for the New York market?
There's no question about it. That's why another superstar has to come.
Yes. Yes. And the crazy,
Why another superstar has to come. If another superstar don't come, don't look for him to come.
right. I hear you. I hear you. And the thing about it is, in regards to Kyrie, you know,
Mm-hmm.
I I honestly think Boston is comfortable just letting him walk.
No, I don't think they're comfortable letting him walk. I think the problem is that if they don't get out of that second round, he is going to walk.
You know what?
They
put
I'm
up
keep it 100.
They put
you.
up a.
I think
They were a couple of plays away from the finals last year without him.
Yeah, for sure.
And now, you know, I feel like they can win without him. I mean, not much was made, you know, about him now, you know, or am I going to re-sign or not? I think they're just comfortable with what they got. You know,
let me tell you, if you could get Kyrie and Kevin Durant in the New York Knicks jersey,
Ooh.
then you keep that number one pick. If you can't, then you go after Davis.
Right.
You need a cornerstone because Zion is not Davis in 3 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
He needs 2 to 3 years to be there.
Right. But do you give Kyrie a max deal?
I think that at this point you have to. You don't have a choice if you're the Knicks. If you're not offering a max deal, you're not coming to the table.
Right.
You're talking about like name the top 5 guards. I don't care how many of them you name, you're always going to put Kyrie in the top.
Yeah, but those knees, man.
Yeah. No,
those
you're right.
knees.
You're absolutely right.
Listen,
You're absolutely right.
I'd take Damian Lillard in a heartbeat.
I would too.
I would take Damian Lillard in a heartbeat.
But listen to this.
What's
You're
up?
taking Damian Lillard for his talent or for his leadership? Because guess what? Dame Dollar had a team and he didn't win still.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard out there, though. It's hard out. They gave Golden State a run for their money a couple times.
Yeah,
you know,
but he ain't got out of the second round, though, fam. He ain't got out of the second round.
I think on the East Coast he could kill him. I mean, you got
he
Kemba, you got John Wall, you got a couple studs out here, but he'd be a problem out here in New York.
Yeah, I think John Wall is done.
Yeah.
I think he could. I think he got his big contract, and I think
he got a huge contract. he got paid.
Because even when he was healthy, he was lackluster lately. And now that he got injured, 2 injuries, and he's gonna be out all next season, done deal.
Wow. I mean, you know, these guys are coming in the league at 20 years old and 19, and it's like they got so much mileage by the time the first 5 or 6 years go by. You know, and these injuries are just like it's crazy.
But that's the reason why you gotta go with. You got to take a page out of LeBron and Tom Brady and look at all these top athletes.
That's right.
What they do is they live it 100% of the time. They eat like it's middle of the season in the off season.
Right.
And if you're not all in these days, don't do it.
That's true. I hear you. Especially if you, like you said, if you want some longevity in the game.
If you want longevity, you got to eat. You got to, your career is only going to be but so long.
Right.
Give it that 100% that whole time.
That's true. I used to think KD was suspect. I thought, at his size, I thought that foot and ankle situation, I thought that was going to hamper him throughout his career. But I'm glad to see that, he's been keeping it together the past couple of years.
I think he's one of those guys that benefit from being around a LeBron and them all the time in the off season because you see how everybody take care of their body.
That's right.
Being with Westbrook. Westbrook is another one. He takes care of his body off season, on season.
He's a beast.
So,
he goes hard. He plays like he's underpaid. He's in a contract year. Every year this guy is going hard, man. I love it though.
He really does play like he don't have a home, like he's homeless, yo. He playing for his house.
Yeah,
every
right.
day. Every day he playing for his house.
Love that energy, man. Love that energy.
Mm-hmm.
My man,
For sure.
I definitely
Always.
appreciate you calling in, brother.
Always.
I definitely appreciate you calling in, and we got to set up a situation where we can bring you in studio and go at it.
Hit me on the jet. Hit me on the jet. I would love to, because we got some Steph Curry conversations and some LeBron conversations.
Yes, sir. You know that we got some
Giants and Jets. Some Giants and Jets conversations to have.
Absolutely, because you know the Jets is the future of New York football. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, let's save that for another time.
Yes, sir. My man, thank you for calling in, brother.
All day, man. I'll holler at you.
Yes, sir. Later. All
Later.
right. We want to thank my man T Silver for calling in the Jerry Bishop's live show on Jersey Fresh TV here at Bravery Studios. I want to thank my man Face Brown. I want to thank my man Marv. Happy birthday, brother. I also got it. Well, listen, I got some work to do as well. I have to say happy birthday to my mother-in-law. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday. And I also have to say happy birthday to my wife, Masan. Tomorrow is her birthday. So I might shut down my social media for a couple days in celebration of her birthday and the snow coming, so if you don't see me, you know why. But like I said, it's the Jerry Bishop's live show. I want to thank everybody who's listening out there. I want to thank everybody who's viewing. Spread the word. Hit the share button. Subscribe. I mean, however it is that you take in the show, just continue to show us that support and give us a call. We can talk sports. You ain't got to sit on hold for a half an hour to get through to me. Call me and speak your truth. This is the Jerry Bishop's live show. We love you. Be safe. Have a good night. Peace.